Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to see you here again. And if this is your first time of being here, you are so welcome to my channel. My name is Veronica Adeyemi and I'm a product designer based in Lagos, Nigeria. And on this video today, I'll be sharing my story on how I got into product design, my whole journey. So you need to stick with me to the end of the video. Yes. Welcome back again. So, like I said, I'm talking about my story and how I got into product design, how I started my career as a UI UX designer. So, backstory: I studied insurance in school, University of Lagos, Nigeria. I studied insurance, yes. So, my whole design background actually started when I was in school. I was into graphic design and all. And I got into graphic design when we were on a break in school one time. I was bored and I wanted to get my hands busy because I think that's who I am, right? So I came across um, Photoshop software from my cousin and I collected it and started doing one or two things, right? So that's how I got into design, with graphic design. After some time, I was still in school, I was doing graphic design, and all. Then after university, I went for okay. After university, I we stayed at home for a while before we went for NYC. I'm going to explain what NYC means. Yeah, before we went for NYC, and during that period, I worked in an insurance firm as an intern. Yeah, I worked in an insurance firm as an intern. So I knew that after school, I didn't want to go full time into insurance. I love insurance and I want to impact the insurance industry. But working in that space for a few months, I didn't want to work in a traditional insurance setting, right? Yeah. So I don't know how I was going to work in the insurance space, but I knew that I wasn't going to work in the traditional insurance space. Yeah. So after my internship, I went from NYC, and NYC is 1 year, right? So I want to confirm the date. I finished university in 2019, and I went from my NYC, that's in 2019 to 2020. Like I said, NYC is 1 year, right? So I got back from NYC around May, I think May 2020. Yes, so when I got back, I needed to figure out what to do with my life. So I got back trying to figure out my life and what to do from here. And I continued my graphic design just to keep myself busy while I was applying for jobs, right? So I knew that I didn't know how to make money myself with that graphic design. So I thought, oh, why don't I apply to design agencies to work, right? So I did that, but I didn't get any. But I was getting little gigs from one or two friends around, and that kept me for some time. Then along the way, I found illustration, and I decided to go into illustration. But that was more like a personal thing to keep my mind off, just keep my mind off everything that is happening. It's what I used to like relax. I just illustrate. I'm going to like put some of my illustrations here, right? So I also did that within that time, and I found interest in set design again. Set design is more like designing for settings, designing for stage and everything. I was learning that too, but I also signed up for like a training on that. But due to COVID-19 and all, that training could not hold, and that's how that career was cut short. So I found myself doing multiple stuff, right? Just getting myself busy and all. So this happened between May 2020 to December 2020. Right, within that period, actually. put my hands on different things. And meanwhile, during that period, I found out about UX design. But when I looked at it, I thought it was something very complicated and something that I couldn't do. So I just pushed it aside that, oh, this is not for me. And I continued to focus on like graphic design and all. So fast forward to January 2021, a friend forwarded a job opportunity for me like to apply, and I applied. It was a customer service role. Yeah, yeah, and I got the job. That was January 2021. Hmm. If you know what customer care representative means in Lagos, Nigeria, maybe you understand. Yeah, so I did while I was on that road. Actually, I think that was like the starting point for my product design journey, UI design journey. Because while I was on that road, I actually enjoyed my time there for info because you have to like speak to customers, listen to them, empathize with them, attend to their questions, solve their problems, and all that. Funny enough, I actually enjoyed my time on that road, right? I just enjoyed listening to customers, attending to their issues, and solving their problems. And I even got an award for being a good a good customer care representative while I was there, right? So while I was there, I figured out that there were still so many problems I could not solve for these customers because I was not directly involved in the product, the building of the product, and it wasn't really making me happy because I'm like, this thing is something that could be solved. Why is the product team not having this in their product, not having this in their product? The customer is like always come back to complain about this particular thing. So I'm like, maybe I should look into what it takes for a product to be built and see if there's way I can even communicate to the product team on what to do and everything like that. So I went back home, I did my research on what it takes to build a product, and then I found out this UI UX design thing. I found out how coding, but I didn't want to do coding. And I found out UI UX design, I was like, wow, everything about UI UX design like relates with me. First, UI design is designing the interface of products, and from I have like a design background, so that was going to help. And UX also designing the user experience of how a user is going to use product and their own journey of using the products, right? And it's something that I was passionate about. So I'm like, okay, probably I should look into this. So the plan was to continue my my customer executive role while I learned UX design. But I really couldn't manage the two together because I needed my customer care job needed a lot of time. Like it took a lot of time, and coming back, the distance from my house to the office was quite far. I'll get home late, I have to wake up early to do very early. So it wasn't really easy to manage both, and I decided to drop one. All this happened within the space of 2 months, right? Because I was actually praying about it also. So I was going to make the wrong decision because who will hear that you have a job and you're leaving the job to do something that you're not sure of, right? So I was like, okay, I prayed about it, yeah, then I sent in my resignation letter in March. So that was when I started my journey into product design. March 1st. Yeah. So I I started. So before I left my job, I did research and all, and then I was like, okay, I prayed about it also. Yes, then I was like, okay, it's time for me to do this. So I resigned from my customer care job and focused on my own product design. At first, I checked online for boot camps and all, but I wasn't seeing any free boot camps. They were all paid, and I didn't have money. I didn't have money, right? So I tried to like take some courses online, like free courses. I took from Gymnasium, I'm going to put the link. I took from I think Future Lane, and I was reading articles and watching YouTube videos. And I think after some time, I registered for a class called Zuri Training. And so I got into that too. So I was like learning that side by side. And I set a goal for myself that after 3 months, I want to apply to I want to apply for internship so I can continue learning, because I know that before you can like learn, you have to be in the working space to like learn proper, right? So I did that, and I started learning, like I said, I started learning in March. So March and April I was learning. I already had one personal project, because while I was learning, I wasn't just learning. I picked a project that I wanted to like learn and work on and do. And how did I get this project? It was a pain point we had in our house. If you use meter bill, you know how stressful it is to always recharge your meter bills, or you don't really know how many units is left and the light just cut off. So my product was around solving that problem. Yeah, so I was learning my UX design and working on that personal product. Then while I was also in this training, they gave us a project to work on. So I was working on both of them hand in hand while learning. And I did this for March and April. By April, I started to just like shoot my shot, and by ending of April, I started to shoot my shot and apply to some companies. And I saw a company that was looking for interns, sorry, and then I applied for. I didn't get in. Then I didn't just want to apply to any company again, because like I think I need to like put my passion into play here. And since I'm interested in design, in insurance, but I don't want to work in the insurance space, insurance traditional space, right? But I wanted to like work on insurance products and impact the insurance industry. I said to target my application into insurance firm. So I did my research on insurance firms in Nigeria, and I found my first I found my first home in tech. Let me say, I found my first home in tech as freelancer. Right? So they weren't looking for interns at that point, so I sent a message about how I'm interested in insurance and how I'm interested in building products also, and I would love to intern in their space. Fortunately for me, at that point they had one product designer, but it was not an in-house product designer, so they didn't have an in-house product designer. So I was interviewed and I got into the space. That was not me, my learning was stopping. Like I said, I wanted to do foundation learning on my own, then go into the working space to continue learning and building products. So basically, I think that's how I got into tech or into product design. I'm going to share the resources I used to learn also. So after 3 months, my internship period, I thought I'm a good girl. I'm not just good, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I got a full-time position in the company, and yeah, my journey continued from there. Although I'm not currently in that company, like in another company currently, I switched. So I've been a product designer for 1 year plus. Will be 2 years next year. Like my working experience will be 2 years next year. May, sorry, May. And it has been an amazing journey so far. Yes, I've had challenges and all, but the whole journey has been good. I'm so grateful to God, because it's God that has helped me this far. Like while I was learning, it can be hard to find resources, right? But I'm just grateful that resources came to me. Resources came to me, and they were kind of like organized. Resources came to me, and it was easy for me to like organize what I need to learn first, what I need to learn next, and all. Aside my full-time job, I've also worked on some other products. And one of the products is Cubes. So Cubes is an application for university students to manage their academic life and their social life. Basically, that's my journey on how I got into product design, right? And I'm still learning because I don't know everything yet. So I'm still learning and I'm enjoying my journey learning product design. And I'm here on YouTube to share how you can also get into product design, resources you can use to learn, and all of that, right? So, yeah, thank you so much for listening to my story. If you also want to get into product design, you can drop a comment on drop a comment, ask your questions, and I'll be able to reply you. I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thank you. Love you.